The house was silent. Not the peaceful quiet of early morning, but the heavy silence that settles when something is missing, and no one dares to say it out loud. Johannes Keller sat alone in his dark office. The glow from several monitors cut through the shadows. Living room, hallway, garage, kitchen. He had installed the cameras after his wife Hannah died, not for security, but for control. Or maybe to avoid facing himself. Then he noticed something. On the kitchen floor lay a woman wearing cheap yellow rubber gloves. She wasn't collapsed or exhausted. She lay on her back, arms raised, clashing two metal pot lids together. Clang, clang, laughter filled the room. Johannes froze. That laughter didn't come from the speakers. It came from inside him. Beside the woman lay Mala, his daughter. Her tiny hands reached for the pot lids, missing them, swinging through the air. Her cheeks were flushed, her eyes bright. She was laughing, really laughing, not a polite sound, not a reflex. A full, fearless laugh. Johan's fingers hovered over the mouse. He didn't turn the camera off right away. He hadn't heard that sound since Hannah died. Finally, the screen went black. Downstairs, the kitchen smelled of vegetable broth, carrots, celery, warmth, life. The woman, Lena Berger, startled when she saw him. She removed her gloves quickly, apologizing, explaining she was just trying to calm Mila. Johannes raised a hand. Not to scold. To stop her. He sat down slowly. How long have you been doing this? He asked. Since the first day, Lena admitted softly. She cried so much, I can't handle crying. You did nothing wrong, Johannes said, but his voice shook. When Mila began to fuss, Lena was there instantly. She lifted her gently, holding her with practiced ease, not like work-like instinct. Mila laughed again. Do you have children? Johannes asked suddenly. I had, Lena replied. Past tense. He didn't ask more. That night, Johannes reviewed the recordings again, but not to find mistakes. He found patience, songs, rituals, and every evening, Lena kissed Mila's forehead and whispered something the microphone barely caught. The next morning, Johannes woke before the alarm, heart racing as always, but instead of crying, he heard calm voices. Good morning, little boss, Lena whispered as she fed Mila. She never eats like that with me, Johannes muttered. She feels your fear, Lena said gently. Children always do. Her words hit harder than anger ever could. Days passed. Slowly. No miracles. Just small changes. Johannes stood in doorways longer. He breathed when Mila cried. He learned that calm was contagious and so was fear. When Johan's sister Clara visited, she noticed the camera immediately. You can't control everything just because you're afraid, she said quietly. That night, Johannes listened harder than ever. Through headphones, he finally understood Lena's whisper. Sleep well, my little one. I'll be back tomorrow. It wasn't just comfort. It was a promise. One by one, Johannes began turning the cameras off. Not bravely, not all at once. Just honestly. As weeks passed, boundaries blurred not with touch, but with absence. On weekends without Lena, the house felt hollow. When she returned, it felt alive again. One afternoon, Johannes crossed a line, confessing his fear of emptiness. Lena pulled back, protecting herself. Distance returned, so Johannes did something different. He showed up. No cameras, no control, just presence. Trust grew slowly, carefully, shared nights, shared silence, shared fear. Then one day, Mela fell and cried out a single word. Mama! Johannes knelt beside her. You can call Lena that if it feels right. Later, Lena wept into his shoulder, not from joy. From the weight of being trusted again. Life continued imperfect, noisy, real. Years later, as laughter filled the house and drawings covered the walls, Johannes stood beneath the last camera still fixed in the corner. He turned it off. Not because there was nothing left to lose, but because there was finally something worth trusting. And the house once heavy with silence was simply a home.